But yeah, I actually respect people that, come. Because my niece, she came maybe 2 years ago from Haiti.
Okay.
Already lost. She came speaking Creole, Spanish, and French.
I remember there was a time my mom almost, like honestly, I was bleeding. It was a time where it was something very small. We were playing a game, and I think she didn't want me to go and play with the people. Hello, my name is Kenny Maya.
And my name is Lou.
I am Haitian, born and raised, go naive, sac passé.
I'm also Haitian, born in the United States.
I am a millennial,
I am Gen Z.
and we met from church.
Yeah, we go way back.
Amen. Have you ever been to Haiti?
I have never been to Haiti. I have not been yet.
And why not?
Well, growing up, my parents, financially, they couldn't afford to send us back and forth. So I never got the opportunity to go. And then obviously once I got of age, there's a lot going on in Haiti. It's not really safe to travel there. So I haven't been yet, but I do plan on going to Haiti soon, eventually.
Okay. I can understand that. Even myself, as somebody who grew up in Haiti, I wouldn't want to go now because it can be dangerous to navigate the Strait of Port-au-Prince or anywhere for that matter. Maybe in the north, it's a little bit safer.
Yeah.
But once again, if you only go in one place, you don't get to explore the country.
The full experience,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
But I absolutely advise anyone, whether you were born and raised or born or raised in Haiti, or you never know about Haitian, to visit. Because it's such a beautiful country. You have a lot of resources. And it's sad with everything that is happening right now that we don't get to take advantage of it. But yeah, I would pray that you get to visit very, very soon.
Amen. Have you been back since?
When I came here after the earthquake, I only had an opportunity to go back once.
Oh, wow.
It was for a wedding. So it was,
okay.
It was awesome. I didn't have a lot of time to visit a lot of people. Because usually when you go to Haiti as a diaspora, right? If you live in the U.S. long enough, diaspora or diaspora is somebody who migrated to a different country.
Okay.
Right? So in the Haitian community, everybody who left Haiti, who's in the U.S. or even Canada and any other world, part of the world, we are part of the diaspora. So diaspora, like we call us, right? People think to some extent that we have money because we came to the U.S.
Of course.
After a certain number of years, you go back home. You don't go empty-handed.
Yeah.
So there was a stress or some sort of a pressure, right? Because I was still young, even though I'm young now. But as a teenager, you go back, or in your early 20s, you don't want to go and people asking like, "What did you bring me? Did you bring anything?" And you're like, "Oh no, I just came and say hi." Especially when you come from a big family, or if you have a lot of relatives, right?
Yeah.
Because I know you also come from a big family.
Yes, I come from a really big family.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 6 siblings.
6 siblings, so 7 kids?
7 kids. My dad, he came from a family, he had 11 siblings, so it's 12 of them.
Wow.
So he tried to continue the tradition. But yeah, he had 7 kids, 5 girls, 2 boys.
Okay. So how was that family dynamic growing up with a lot of siblings? Do you feel like a big family has more joy compared to... Because me, it's just me and my brother, and
just 2 of you guys?
Yeah, and I think that's a little bit too much for me to handle. Like,
really?
Yeah. I can't imagine myself having different or many other siblings.
No, I think growing up in a big family was such a blessing. Like, I thank God. It's one of the most things that I'm grateful for. Growing up in such a big family, you just have so many different outlets.
Okay.
Like, if you only have one sibling, I feel like, you don't have the, diversity of what other siblings can bring. Like, for instance, one of my sisters does hair. One of my brothers, he fixes cars. Like, you just have so much different...
A lot of different resources, people to go to.
Exactly.
More people to ask for money, basically.
More people to ask for money. So, yeah, it's a blessing.
And do you think that, in your case, you would want to have a big family on your own? Like having
Absolutely.
A lot of kids?
Absolutely.
You don't worry about the cost of living? Because a lot of people, that's why they don't...
Worried about what?
The cost of living. Like, things is so expensive. Life is expensive, right?
I mean, God moves. Yeah, he'll make a way.
In many ways.
He did it for my father. He did it for my grandfather. I believe he'll do it for me as well.
Yeah. I think for me, there would be like a cut. Maybe 3 kids would be good. Even in terms of time, like how much time do you spend with a lot of kids? Nothing against people who have a large family, but I always wonder, how do you have enough time to bond with so many kids. And
so that's really interesting because my parents, they worked a lot growing up.
okay.
And like the four oldest, there's like a 10-year age gap between us. So
they
they pretty much raised us, you know, so I never felt like, you know, like we weren't getting enough attention or love because where my parents couldn't fill in, they did.
Okay.
So
And we are back.
all right.
Welcome. I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's see. Get into it. So as someone who has a lot of siblings, who do you think are your parent favorite, or who is the favorite? Because I know everybody does. Like every family, the parent has a favorite. Even the people who don't believe that they do, they do.
They'll never admit it, and I feel like everybody says they're the favorite, but honestly, I am my father's favorite.
Oh, you think so?
I know so.
Okay.
You can ask any of my siblings; they'll all say it. Like it's obvious. My mom, her favorite is my brother.
Okay.
Jean, but I'm definitely my father's favorite for sure.
True.
Without a doubt.
That's lovely. Because in my case, you know, my mom, there are two of us, okay?
Okay.
My mom called my brother, right? She refers to my brother as my own and only.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's crazy. Yeah, it's
That's
very
crazy.
shady. And then she will say that, you know, I don't have any favorite. I love you guys equally. And I'm like, Mom, don't do that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I do believe that, you know, they have favorite. Maybe like not in a bad way, but they love their kid equally differently. But there's one they be like, yeah, that's me. I can see myself in it. So if you don't know who your parent's favorite is, it's probably not you.
It's probably not you. But like in the same way, we have a favorite parent.
I would say so.
You know,
I'm not gonna say who he is, but I know
not on camera, but yeah,
absolutely,
definitely have a favorite parent. So definitely, I believe our parents have a favorite.
Very good.
Yeah.
What would you say that your parent had taught you, or what kind of value they instill in you that you would carry to your children?
I would definitely say work ethic. Like my dad, he worked 3 jobs growing up.
Wow.
And my mother being a stay-at-home with 7 kids, it really showed me work ethic. Like that was instilled into all of us. We have a very good work drive, and we're just very resilient in that way.
Yeah.
So that's one principle they definitely instilled in us.
Awesome. And do you think that you would be okay being a stay-at-home mom?
Yeah, for sure. I think watching my mom do it is definitely something I think I can do for sure. Yeah.
Of course. That's the thing about our Haitian mom. We love them. They are the best. So I love that. One thing I always think about when I think of me coming from Haiti, right? Because I was born in there and I grew up in there, is there certain value as a Haitian person I was able to experience those things being raised in Haiti. So I want you to talk a little bit about certain things you think that when you grow up in in America, even though you're Haitian, but they are more American culture. What type of American value that you have gotten throughout the years while being raised in a Haitian household? Even in terms of food, how you talk to your parent. Like, do you feel more American than Haitian?
I definitely feel more American than Haitian. Even that's kind of like a hard question for me to answer because I'm not too sure what like Haitian values are. I just know what, you know, what I was raised and taught. But I definitely feel like I'm more American just because, you know, I barely speak Creole.
Wow, that's the same. Okay.
I barely speak Creole. Don't shoot me, but I don't like Haitian food that much. It's not that I don't like Haitian food, but I do like American food.
I think I'm gonna revoke your Haitian card at this point.
No.
I can revoke your Haitian card.
I love, you know, Haitian music. I love the language. I love being able to speak
other language that you don't speak.
No, I speak it enough. Okay.
Wow.
I speak it enough, but yeah. So I'm definitely more Americanized. I can admit that, but I'm not gonna blame my parents. But I do wish they would have, you know, instilled a little bit more Haitian culture in us.
Absolutely.
Because obviously, growing up in America, you're gonna pick up like American tradition.
Correct.
But I just feel like, you know, we were kind of raised American.
Okay.
So yeah.
Sadly, yeah.
No.
I mean, I am a patriotic person because I love my country. I mean, when I speak, you can pick the language.
Yeah.
I mean, the accent, sorry. And, you know, everything about me says Haitian. I would like to believe so, you know. So every time I hear people who were born here don't really speak English, Creole, right? When I hear people who were born in Haiti came after 3 years old, 5 years old, and they lost the Creole, I'm like, come on now. I genuinely have more respect for people who speak Creole.
I agree.
I do.
Respectfully,
I
I
mean,
agree. Yeah.
I wish that we were more upfront when it comes to our culture,
Hmm.
because I do notice the Spanish people, their kids speak Spanish very
That's
well,
true.
even though
Yeah.
they were born here. I have friends who were born here from Hispanic parent.
Hmm.
They speak more Spanish than English,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So I definitely have more respect for people speaking who know how to speak Creole well, right? Whether you have an accent or not,
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely give me some Creole. Don't just
Yeah.
say me and that's all you know. Right?
Yeah. 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 No, I agree. Cause like, I know like when I was younger, I was just say like, I would never date a Haitian. I would never date a Haitian. But now like the older that I'm getting, I'm like, I need to date a
Oh, you
Haitian
need okay.
because I need to continue
That
the
part.
tradition. Who's gonna teach my children Creole? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I definitely think like it's important to know your language, and I have to learn it because
Okay.
I have no excuse. But yeah, I actually respect people that come. Because my niece, she came maybe 2 years ago from Haiti.
Okay.
Already lost. She came speaking Creole, Spanish, and French. She lost everything within 2 years. Yeah,
That's a shame.
that's
Yeah.
horrible. So yeah, it's definitely important. I think it's important to keep the language for sure.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what's something about Haiti that you feel like Americans would be surprised by?
Where do we start? I think one thing that I feel like the world maybe already know about Haitian, that we are resilient people.
Yes.
That's the one thing. Even though some people might not know it or might not recognize it. You mentioned hardworking because when we go to the job market, when we go to different places, people see us because we respect people, right? We say hi, we are courteous, we are always welcoming, right? I don't know if everybody are aware about those skills or even those good things about Haiti per se. But resilience is something that the world usually speak of Haiti. But I think sometime in America, people forget that part.
It could get lost in all the
Yeah.
other bad
Absolutely.
stereotypes going on for sure. Yeah. So coming to America, what was like something that was like a big culture shock for you?
So when I came here, I was still a teenager. So even though I've never been in the U.S. before, but I've seen images, whether in movies or you always dream about coming to America. There's a whole movie about coming to America. So I think just being on the plane was a very interesting experience for me. So when I got to my first time coming to America, I went to Florida first,
Okay.
and I got to see the infrastructures. When I saw all those road, Wutanle, Wutanba, I was amazed. I said, okay, these are the things that I used to see on TV.
Yeah.
Right now, I get to see how the roads, the highway, the speed, how people, and also the melting pot, right? You'll see people from different races, right? You'll see white people, Spanish people, Asian, Indian, and you like everybody is all coming together.
Yeah.
So I think that was the best thing for me to realize, okay, even though we know this is a white country, but it's also a lot of people from different background get there. So yeah.
Yeah.
And the cold. Like when I came to Jersey for sure, after the earthquake, I still do not like the cold. So that was one of the things that always it make me wonder, like, why am I here? So yeah.
Did you ever feel like a desire to go back, or were you like, this is amazing, I'm never leaving here again?
I like America.
Yeah.
Let's put it out there.
Because I hear a lot of people that comes like from different countries, they get here and they say like, I'd rather go back. Like,
yeah, I enjoy this country and a lot of perks that comes with it. Haiti is still considered a third world country. There's a lot of things that we take here for granted. Water, electricity, internet. I know a lot of people have internet in Haiti, but it's still not a luxury. It's a luxury, right?
Yeah.
So you still pay for it. It's not as free as we have it in America. So being able to go to a drive-through, getting Dunkin' Donut, going to a store at midnight. So all of these things, I love that. And we don't have that in Haiti. So I would eventually want to go back at some point, whether to visit or to stay there. Who knows what God has in plan for me? But I also like being in the U.S. And I've spent most of my adult life in America, so I don't know how to be an adult in Haiti. So I don't know how I would do.
That's an interesting perspective. Yeah. So, would you say that coming to America, do you feel like you lost your Haitian identity in any sense?
Oh, absolutely not.
No?
I am Haitian. I'm breeding Haitian. I don't even know what that means, but I do have a sense of pride
Yeah.
for being a Haitian woman. My parents are Haitian. My friends, and then I speak Creole a whole lot. Like it's only during the time that I am at work or I have somebody who don't speak Creole at all. That's why. And I feel like I even think in Creole most of the time, or maybe in English. I'm not sure, but yeah. So I definitely enjoy being a Haitian all the time.
You keep bringing up speaking Creole. Do you feel like what makes a person Haitian is speaking Creole?
Wow, that's a good question. Obviously, being Haitian is more than the language.
For sure.
But it is part of it, right? If you cannot identify with the language, or if you're not able to speak and understand that very thing that is part of your culture, it makes everything a little bit harder.
For sure.
Because there's certain saying that you can only understand
can be translated
in Creole.
Yeah.
There's certain stories
Yeah.
that only make sense. What conjure, things like that. Jumu pa donne kalbas, even though you might have a different translation based on the different language, or sakason yolte dibefla. So some of those things, can only make sense in Creole. But I think being Haitian is more than speaking Creole. Because some people do speak Creole, but they don't feel Haitian, or they don't even relate. They hate their country. So I can only put that as a way to identify as a Haitian, or even the culture. Because some people were born and raised there. They speak the language and know the language, but they hate the country. They don't even want to be. They wish they weren't Haitian at all.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I believe, it's necessary. I feel like it's a basis. Because like you said, there's a lot of stuff that can't be translated, but just also the idea that you should be able to communicate to your other, like my parents, they only spoke Creole. Like they only just learned English a couple of years ago. So like that was kind of like the main reason I speak Creole, and my siblings, because we had to communicate with our parents. So but like even just going to a Haitian church, there's a lot of times where they're preaching in Creole. I don't understand it. I'm missing out, and it's like being a Haitian, I wish I spoke the language better, for sure.
But it's not too late, for sure.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. Don't go and do Alongo, Ilongo, I don't know, whatever it's called.
I tried it.
I don't know how accurate that is and if it's helpful.
I don't know. I've tried it. Wasn't not a fan. I could say that.
Okay. And what do you think being Haitian mean to you? What does that mean to you personally?
That's a great question. So we talked about resilience. When I think of Haitian culture, when I think of Haitian people, when I think about our history, I just think of, independent, resilient, strong, steadfast. So for me, it's just continuing in that legacy, continuing the tradition of, those before us. I look to my parents and I think, wow, how can I be better than them? How can I be strong like them? So for me, what it means to be Haitian is just to continue in, those that went before us and everything they stand for, pride.
It's more of the legacy of.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we have a good sense of pride when it comes to family and family value. Some people say, we the Jean, we don't do this. We the Charles, we don't, so it's very important to see that when the people stand for their value and their tradition. So I love that about our people, for sure.
Yeah, because I see a lot of other cultures, they don't value family like we do. And for example, Americans, like, I was in a friendship with an American, and just seeing the dynamic of their household, it was a shock for me, because I'm like, wow, like, we don't treat our people like this, our children, our daughters, like a child hitting their parents, that's unthinkable.
That is
But in
death
other cultures,
sentence.
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not
You're
even
gonna get
thought
buried,
of.
right?
But in American culture and some other cultures, that's just the norm. So that was really interesting to me. So
Right.
yeah, I really love
No, for
our
real,
culture.
because discipline and respect. Because
Yeah, that's another thing.
yeah, let's talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
who did not get a beating? You get a beat up every time. Sometimes you are at fault. Sometimes you didn't even do anything. You get your butt whooped because you say something or somehow you disrespected an adult. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's something very minor. You forget to say hello, ma tante, tai tati, kiss on the cheek. So
Yeah.
we get all of these things. So did you ever get a horrible beat up like growing up, or your parent? Because I have people say,
I don't know if I can say this on the camera.
you know,
Nah, for sure. I definitely did. Growing up, I got a couple of battles. I'm not gonna lie. I was very desert growing up.
all right.
And yeah, I could think back to a couple different battles, but I'm grateful for it.
I think my mom, she exaggerated in the way she disciplined us with baton. My dad didn't really do too much in the beat up. My dad would just kind of like talk firmly.
Yes.
I was scared of my dad, until my adult life.
Really?
But this is just a man. But my mom, for any reason, she will beat us up. She had the wiguas, the matinette, and I wasn't really that bad. I was just sometimes a little bit stubborn. But I definitely had some beat up that I didn't deserve, and some of them were too much. So I don't think I would use that same method of discipline for my kid. I don't know. I mean, I don't have any kids yet, but I don't know if I'm gonna just put my hand on them like that. Do you feel like it's a good way to keep them in check?
Growing up, I'm like, I'll never whip my kids. I will never whip my kids. And then, God is so funny. He gave me an opportunity to raise. I was telling you about my niece when she came to America. I had the opportunity to raise her, and she's very desert. Wow. So I'm like gentle parenting.
Now you just kind of like passing on.
I'm like gentle parenting. Like there's no need for ingenue. There's no need for whoopings. But then eventually it got to the point like, okay, I understand why my parents have to do that.
Wow. I don't get it though. But hey,
I feel like you won't get it until you raise a kid.
I get to do some whooping on my.
I really feel like would I continue in it? Yeah, because I needed every whooping I got. I'm not gonna lie. My parents, they weren't like abusive. It was necessary. I deserved it. I could look back and say they should have popped me in my mouth. Like I deserved that, and I know it actually did work. I can be honest because I'm saved now. That's the past. But yeah, I think I would continue in that discipline. Like I think ingenue is a.
We'll set that clip so just your kid will know.
For sure. I mean, hopefully my kid behaves and doesn't need to be disciplined in that way.
I think my parent exaggerated. I remember there was a time my mom almost me. Like honestly, I was bleeding. I might have been exaggerating a little bit, but it was a time where it was something very small. We were playing a game, and I think she didn't want me to go and play with the people. There were some neighbors, and then there was a lady that was helping us at the house. So in terms of age difference, so I was more of a kid. These people were either teenagers or adult, right? And the lady complained, and she said I slapped her, which wasn't true. So by mistake, I might have hit her in the head, but she said I slapped her. And then my mom only heard that, grabbed me by the collar, threw me at a wall.
Wow.
And I was probably like 8, 7.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't remember. I was very traumatized because I remember later on my dad came, and my dad was so upset. It's like, why did you have to beat her up for that? Because I remember there was some point I had a scar. Like there was the bleeding, not like terrible bleeding, but definitely I bled that day. Because she was very angry, thinking that I slapped that lady, which was not true. She didn't even ask me. I tried to defend myself, but she wasn't having it, right? And then years later, I saw that same outfit that I was wearing that day, and I was crying. Like that's how much trauma,
traumatic,
right? That I had to carry with that bit up. So I don't know. I wouldn't,
and that just shows like there's a difference from like being disciplined in America and Haiti. Because what I'm talking about, my batons were like, put your hand out.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
So because in Haiti, were teachers allowed to beat their students?
Absolutely, I think
so. It's a huge cultural difference. Because I feel like even my parents, when they whipped us, it's like not too much. Because if you go to the school with a scar, they're gonna call child support. So in Haiti.
Yeah, there's some more boundaries.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. So I think that makes a huge difference as far as discipline. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's so many ways you can discipline your kid. I think my dad will talk to us, and there was a particular experience I will never forget. I was maybe 10 and I wanted to smoke. Then I took, crazy, right? But then I took some paper, toilet paper, and tried to roll them and light them up. So I could have put fire in the house, crazy. Please don't do that at home, right? So I try to use the toilet paper to smoke, and then the whole paper set on fire. So I had to, make sure I turn it off and kill the fire. But there was like the smoke afterwards, right? You could smell something, and my neighbor was like, "What is this?" So I thought I was gonna get a whooping that day. But thankfully, right, praise God, my dad only said to me, "Did you ever see me smoke?" I said, "No." He said, "Have you ever seen your mom smoke?" I said, "No." And then he said, why do you want to smoke then?" So I had just like, I had to think about it. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, why would I even want to be smoking? Because at the time I'm thinking like, smoking is cool. Like you watch TV and see people, I think that's a cool thing, right?
Yeah.
And but it still stood with me. So in a way, like what he did at that moment, he showed me by example. It's like, if my parents are not smokers, why would I want to be smokers?
Yeah. And even that is a form of discipline in a sense. Like sometimes it's just communication. Sometimes it's just having a conversation. I think like every child needs a different type of discipline. Some children need batons, but some children, they just need to be spoken to.
Yeah, because you look up to your parents. So
Yeah.
that day, I'm like, I don't need to be a smoker. I don't even want to be a smoker because now my parents, neither of them smokes. So I should be okay.
Right.
Because I want to look like them or be like them.
Right.
So to some extent, that was a good experience. Is there anything like that happened during your childhood with your parent that always stuck out or you would always cherish or remember?
Like a happy moment or
any happy, sad, mellow, crazy?
I'm not gonna lie, the first time I ever seen my parents cry, that's something that just stays in my head rent free. But it was actually when Haiti had the earthquake. And
that's tragedy.
I was probably like 8. And me and my siblings, we just had no idea what was going on. Like I've never seen my parents cry before. And it was just like, people are coming over, families coming over. We're laying blankets on the floor, people just rolling around.
What?
And
did you lose anybody?
My parents, yeah, we did, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I didn't know, but obviously my parents did. So that was just something that always stays in my mind because it was such a tragic event. So I'll
it was really such a tragedy. I was in Haiti at that moment. I really thought that it was going to be the end of the world, right? So I remember vividly because I came from school that day and we always have some shows like telenovela type of shows. So I was ready to go watch that new episode. So excited about a show. And I had some friend who came over to my house and they wanted to have some of my notes, right? Because I went to school and then, guys, they didn't take any note. Now they want a copy of my notes. So they came. After they left, I'm sitting on the table waiting for the show to come on. And I started feeling the shake. I was like, what is this? But it was so intense that I knew it was a earthquake, but I thought it was going to be the end of the world. So I'm thinking this is it. So I had my eyes closed, my hand over my eyes, and I was basically saying, Lord, forgive all my sin.
Wow.
Jesus, take me to heaven, save me, save my family. And then afterwards, I was like, what just happened? So I really thought it was the end of the world, but thank God. But so many people died that day. The town I lived in was very much hit by a lot. Like, the structure for the houses weren't very strong. So a lot of damages happened from that place. And it was very tragic. Even when I came to the US 2 weeks later, I was still struggling. When I would hear like,
you came 2 weeks later?
Yeah. Wow. I already had a visa, so I had to go through DR.
Okay.
Yeah. So, because there was no commercial flight.
Wow.
And then from that point, I came to the US, and there, for a good amount of time, every time I'll go, I'll hear like a shake, even though if I'm in a laundromat and you hear the machine cycle going, do, I would be like very allergic.
Wow.
So Yeah.
So you being someone that actually experienced the earthquake,
Absolutely.
like for people here in America, what is something you would say that we might not know about that experience that you did experience through the earthquake?
Well, there is the before and the after, the during the earthquake. Now you don't think about too much because
Yeah.
you
You
at the
understand it.
moment, yeah, I didn't feel like there was any way out. But the aftermath, what I experienced was the the love and support. People were
Wow.
coming from everywhere and helping each other. So
Wow.
our neighbor was giving us water, they were giving us food. People were sharing a lot of things.
Wow.
So I see the sense of community and solidarity a lot in my people. And obviously the resilience, because you see people days after trying to pull people off, and the faith, right? Because a lot of miracle happen. God saved people afterwards. People who spent 8 days, right, under
Yeah.
the houses and all the damages that
Yeah.
happened. So
That's crazy.
I love my country, and this was a wonderful talk and experience.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to people who never experience going to Haiti in your shoes? Like you wanted to go, but you didn't have a chance to go. What would you say to people who did have a chance but never actually went?
I would say, definitely should have took advantage of it because, Haiti will never be the same
Okay.
with everything that's going on. And, anybody that had the opportunity to go, I would definitely encourage them to go. Yeah.
And we hope you could go soon. I mean, I still want to go soon. I just have
Yeah.
to make sure I prepare my way in my exit.
Yeah.
You have any last thought for this generation, the youth? What would you tell them in a way that they can support their country, how they can identify as Haitian? What word of encouragement would you have for them?
I would definitely say we need to start standing up for our country. I think like a lot of the time, Haiti gets a bad rep and
Too many, yeah.
Haitians aren't defending them. We're not standing up for them. And we're like, I remember there was this trend going around. Trump said, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. And you got Haitians making videos, making fun of themselves. And it's like,
it's
that
people
pride.
take it to heart.
Yeah. But it's like, that's not who we are. So why would you partake in that? So definitely in my generation, I feel like sometimes we get so like caught up in the trends and these things.
Yeah. Everything for likes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we gotta take a little more pride in our country because if we don't stand up for ourselves, who will? So that's one thing I would definitely say. What about you?
I want to encourage, this generation or the older generation or the next generation to have more peace and unity. Because I think the more we're trying to find ways to divide us, the more we're gonna stay divided, right? We are one nation, and there's so many things that we can learn from each other. So the best thing is to know that one, we have a beautiful country. Regardless of what's happening right now, we have a beautiful country, right? What makes the country is not the gangsters right now. It's not everything that is happening. And don't get me wrong, we will get back on our feet by the grace of God. But everybody have to do their part. First, if you don't be ashamed of being Haitian, because I think a lot of time people just don't want people to know that they're Haitian.
Yeah.
They don't want to live in places with a lot of Haitian. They be like, like zone side the top Haitian,
Yeah.
But you never hear a white person say this neighborhood is too white.
That's true.
It's kind of crazy. So I really want to encourage people to be proud.
I can even admit, growing up, like being younger, you'd get bullied for being Haitian, and I used to, I'm not even Haitian, like I would deny my own culture, but now being older, I understand like, no, I got to take pride in my culture and who I am.
And speak truth about the country. Yeah, there's a lot. Every country has their own problem.
Yeah.
Right? But if we keep talking about our problem, if that's all we want to talk about and not bringing solution, there's nowhere we're gonna go.
So how would you encourage like the younger generations to take pride in the culture when there is so much negative things going on and so much negative things being said about it?
Well, that would start with the parent. How much the parent are instilling in them, right? As people. Well, how much do they know about the country? Because there's a lot of things that we don't know about the country.
Yeah.
Do you know who's the president right now? See, we don't even have a president, so that's kind of crazy. So a lot of things that we still don't know. I try to force myself to stay in touch.
Yeah.
Because I have friends that are still in Haiti. My parents are still in Haiti.
Okay.
So I am forced to know about what's happening.
Okay.
So I'm very connected to my country.
Okay.
But some people already have a disconnect. So
yeah. We thank you guys so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed today's video. We pray that something resonated with you, and we just want to encourage you to go deeper into the Haitian culture, not just to listen to everything that's everybody's saying, but we hope that you would go a little deeper into research.
thank you for watching, guys. We love you. And many ways you can support us is like, share, and subscribe. Kebela, Haiti, Netali.